Hey filmmakers, it's Kerry with Filmmaker Central, and today we have an update of a favorite program that we've been using for quite a while, the Acusonus Era 5 audio plugins. So stay right there, we'll be right back. Now certainly audio is just as important to a video as the video. If you have poor audio, it can ruin a good video. And repairing audio can be fairly tricky. It's really a science and art and skill into itself. So trying to get the best sounding audio is a real challenge for a lot of people, including myself. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm a video editor. That's what I do. And trying to get good audio is always a struggle. I've gone through countless microphones over the years, trying to get the best audio possible when I'm out doing recording. I've tried to learn as much as I can about it, but I'm just not an audio guy. So I've always relied on the Acusonus Era plugins, and I've been using them for a couple of years. If you've watched this channel for a while, you've seen me do 2 sets of reviews in the past with different versions of it, and now we have Era 5. These, I mean, I can't believe they improved them over the last ones, and yet they did. The interfaces are a little bit better. There's some new features. They're a little easier to use in some cases and more powerful in some other cases, and they just work. The algorithms have been improved, so the noise reduction is better, the reverb removal is better. They're just really, really good products. So we're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you these new Era 5 plugins. So I'm in Davinci Resolve. I've ran the installer, and I have under my audio effects, my VST effects, and here's the Era 5 plugins. Now, if you've installed them and they don't show up, especially in Davinci Resolve, you want to go up to Preferences, go to your audio plugins, and turn them on. Here you can see my old ones I still have in there. So you just select them, save, restart, and then they're going to be ready to use. So I have a couple samples of footage here that I recorded in different conditions so we can see some of the different tools we can use to clean them up. So here's the first one that I did outdoors. All right, I've got the Osmo Action out here without a microphone on. So it's probably not going to be the best sound that you can hear. There's cars, there's a lot of ambient noise going on. Right across the street, there's people playing volleyball. So this is going to be test number 1. Okay, so now in this case, there's some good ambient noise. There's cars, there's a freeway nearby, there's people in the park right across the street. There's a lot of noise going on, and it's different types of noise. It's not just a hum or something. It's a variety of different sounds. And I just want to remove it, clean it up. So first one I'm going to try is the noise remover. Let's give it a shot. So over here, now you can see I have a couple of them that say Pro, and that is for the Pro package, not just the base package, but let's just go with the base package here right now. I'll open these up here. We can see these waveforms. And let's see if we can hear a little noise floor. All right. So there we have it. We'll go to the noise remover. I'm just going to drop this in. And we have our output dB, our amount of processing that we're going to do. We have a couple different options or kind of quick shortcuts here. There's the all frequency, high frequency, low frequency, high and low frequency, and mid frequency. I'm just going to leave it on all frequencies right now, and we'll give this a play. I've got the Osmo Action out here without a microphone. It killed some of the volume there, so I'm just going to raise up my output level, and we'll try that again. All right, I've got the Osmo All right, I've got the Osmo Action out here without a microphone on. So it's probably not going to be the best sound that you can hear. There's cars, there's a lot of ambient noise going on. Right across the street, there's people playing volleyball. So this is going to be test number 1. So that cleaned that up beautifully. Dropping it in there, taking the defaults. I did increase the output dB just so I could get into that -10 range that I really want for my outputs. So other than that, that one's good to go. Let's see what we have next. All right, I'm inside here next to where I do all my recording. I've got some fans going in here. Got a fan from a video light, got a fan or the condenser from the refrigerator going. There should be more ambient noise in here, and there should be a small amount of reverb. So that's not going to play extremely well with the audio either. So this will be test number 2. Okay, so in this case, there's quite a bit of noise in the background, and there's a reverb effect, and it's causing the audio to sound kind of tinny. It doesn't have the resonance or the deepness that I would want in my voice coming out of that. So let's see what we can do. All right, so in here, this time, I'm going to try the cleanup assistant, and I'm going to drop that on there. And what we get is these 4 slots that we can use. And with a number of different plugins here, we have this list of curated presets that can really help bring out the whole volume to it. So I'm going to try, let's try deeper voice. And what that's going to do, it's going to add noise remover, de-esser, and voice deepener to it. So let's move the playhead back here so we can kind of hear what we're doing here. And let's just give this a play and hear how it sounds. And my volumes are really, really low. So I'm going to try increasing my outputs a little bit.
Where I do all my record.
I've got some fans going in here. Got a fan from a video light, got a fan or the condenser from the refrigerator going. There should be more ambient noise in here.
Okay,
and
so I got the volume kind of dialed in there. Let's go back, and then I'll turn the whole thing on and off so we can kind of hear the difference there. So let's start with it off.
I'm inside here next to where I do all my recording. I've got some fans going in here. Got a fan from a video light, got a fan or the condenser from the refrigerator going. There should be more ambient noise in here, and there should be a small amount of reverb. So that's not going to play extremely well.
Okay, so now in that case, the noise remover took out all that background noise. The de-esser cleaned up some of the sibilance from the room, and then that voice deepener just added that richness to the voice that I really wanted to hear. Now, the voice deepener is a new plugin, and what it's designed to do is allow us to get our voices to sound the way they sound to us. Now, if you do any recording of yourself, like I do, and a lot of podcasters and vloggers do, you'll notice that the recorded sound doesn't sound the same as when you're talking live. And that's because when we're talking, all that noise is reverberating through our nasal cavity and our throat, and it's going to sound deeper and richer than it does when it's recorded and played back because it doesn't have all that resonance to it. So the voice deepener allows us to make it sound to the outside world the way we sound to ourselves, or maybe even better in some cases. Now, I really like that because it does sound to me the way I sound to me, I guess is the best way of putting it. So let's get to the next example. All right, and now we're in the garage and there's a lot of reverb. There's not much in the way of ambient noise, but there should be a ton of reverb. I mean, I can hear it just talking. And on my Trail Traveler channel, I do some videos with my Jeep out here in the garage. That sounds pretty bad. And let's just take a look at Reverb, or the Reverb Remover Pro. And this is going to work very similar to the Noise Remover Pro. And let's take a look. It's kind of hard to explain, so let's just see how it looks. So I'm going to drop this on here. And now we get this more advanced display. We still have our master processing, but we're divided up into 4 bands, and each band can be adjusted left and right, to narrow it down. And then each band can have its own set of processing, as well as, again, a curated set of presets. So let's kind of play here and let's hear how it sounds without doing anything. All right, and now we're in the garage and there's a lot of reverb. There's not much in the way of ambient noise, but there should be a ton of reverb. Okay. I mean, I can hear it. So I think we can do a little bit better by making some adjustments. So looking at the scope here, we can see where kind of our biggest range of issues is. And I'm just going to move these around a little bit, and I'm going to add additional processing to that. So let's give that a try. All right, and now we're in the garage and there's a lot of reverb. There's not much in the way of ambient noise, but there should be a ton of reverb. I mean, I can hear it just talking. And on my Trail Traveler channel, I do some videos with my Jeep out here in the garage. And normally I'm going to have a microphone on, but right now, again, just the Osmo Action. Now let's give it a try by turning it on and off. All right, and now we're in the garage and there's a lot of reverb. There's not much in the way of ambient noise, but there should be a ton of reverb. I mean, I can hear it just talking. And on my Trail Traveler channel, I do some videos with my Jeep out here in the garage. Sounds much better. I'm not going to do much other work to that clip because it's just not that good of audio, but I wanted to play with the reverb remover. Let's take a look at another example. Now, this is my most common setup that I use the majority of the time. It's a lavalier mic connected to a Rode Wireless Go. Now, normally this is really, really usable audio, and now the air conditioning just... Okay, so it's not too bad because I'm using a good mic. Everything is set up pretty good, but let's see if we can make this better. And there's some new tools to try and solve that. So let's try the Auto EQ. This is going to be a pretty cool one, so let's take a listen. Well, let's put it on first. So on the Auto EQ, we drop this in place, and then we have to start playing. Now, this is my most common setup that I use the majority of the time. It's a lavalier mic. So once it analyzes it, we have this voice quality triangle here: air, body, and clarity. So as I play it, I'm going to be making adjustments so we can hear how it sounds. Now, this is my most common setup that I use the majority of the time. It's a lavalier mic connected to a Rode Wireless Go. Now, normally this is really, really usable audio, and now the air conditioning just kicked on, so we'll see if we can pick that up. But this is my go-to audio setup, a lav mic with the Rode Wireless Go. And we'll see. Maybe we don't need to clean up noise, but maybe we can make it sound better. So that Auto EQ is pretty cool. It allows us to make some finer tuning adjustments to the audio to make it sound how we want. So it can be a little more airy, it can have more body to it, or it can be more crisp and clear. Now, what you're going to set it to is really dependent on not just the speaker, but the content. So a Audible book is going to need to sound different than a movie or a podcast or a vlog. So depending on your situation, you can adjust that to get the right feel that you want. So these Era plugins, I think, are absolutely fantastic. Now let's go ahead, and I'm gonna bring up the website here so you can see what this is all about. So if we go to acusonus.com and we go to our Era bundle, now you can get a free trial. That is super cool. Try these out before purchasing. Make sure that they're going to work for you. Okay. And if we go to the buy now, the Creator Suite is $749 a month. Super, super cheap to get this level of professional results. So $749 a month, you get the Era Bundle Standard and the Sound Effects Seller Premium. The Era Bundle Standard, you get the 9 single dial plugins, including denoise, auto EQ, voice deepener, de-reverberation, leveler, and more. So for most people, the $599 a month is going to do the job, but the Creator Suite is a step up. Now, we also want to take a look at the Era Bundle Pro, and that's going to get you even more. It's going to go from 9 plugins to 13 plugins. And just a quick look here, you can see they're compatible with Premiere, Final Cut, Davinci Resolve, Reaper, Audacity, GarageBand, Avid, Apple Logic Pro, Avid Pro Tools, Adobe Audition, and anything that supports VST plugins. Let's go ahead and go to Buy Now. And our Era bundle with the 4 spectral processing modules and the 9 single dial plugins is only $18.74 a month, or the entire post-production suite, which includes the whole Era bundle and the SFX Seller Premium, is only $21.74 a month. So really affordable. And I know there's going to be people who don't like the subscription model, but I think for this price, when you can get it for as low as $60 a year, basically $60, $75 a year at the $6 a month price, it's well worth it. You're going to get upgrades, you're going to get updates, you're going to get support. There is nothing better as a complete audio repair system than the Era 5 plugins. Now, if you'd like, there's a link in the description below. You can check that out, click on it. It is an affiliate link, so if you purchase through that link, yes, I'm going to get a little kickback, but they're not paying me to do these videos. I reached out to them years ago because I did the free trial. I loved them, and I've been using their products ever since. And they are used in almost every video I make, including every one of these videos. They're either cutting down noise or they're helping some reverb, depending on where I'm filming. But most often, I'm using the Noise Remover. And the new Noise Remover Pro is even better. The voice deepener is great. And I love the auto EQ. So I can really get that voice dialed in exactly where I want it. So just as an example here, I'm going to turn off everything. And this is what my audio normally sounds like as it's going from the Rode Wireless Go into my camera. With none of the plugins installed or plugins active, this is the way my voice normally sounds when it's recorded, which probably isn't too bad, but there's noise in the background. My air conditioner or my heater today, because it's only 9 degrees outside, is running. So I add the noise reduction plugin. I do a little auto EQ and a touch of voice deepener to get it to sound how I like it. So I'm a huge fan of the Era 5 plugins. I don't promote them because I get a kickback. I promote them because I use them on a daily basis. So check them out, get the free trial, try them out for yourself, see if they work for you. And if you do, hey, purchase them. And I appreciate if you come back and click on the link to purchase them from there. I really, really do. So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Kerry with Filmmaker Central and the Era 5 plugins. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.